Have you ever felt like your brain just has a mind of its own? I mean, you sit down to do something important and suddenly you're thinking about what's for dinner or some random video you saw or something weird that happened like 5 years ago. Well, today we're going to dig into a really simple but powerful story about how to tame that wild mind and finally unlock the focus you need to hit your biggest goals. All right, let's get into it. So, think about this for a second. Is your mind kind of like a wild horse? It's powerful, it's got all this potential, but it's totally untamed, just pulling you in 1,000 different directions at once. You're not alone if you feel that way. It's this feeling that all our incredible mental energy is just getting wasted because we can't get it to run in one single focused direction. So let me tell you about a guy named Ryan. On paper, this kid has it all. He's super smart and has this huge dream of becoming a doctor. You know the type, right? Just bursting with raw talent. But he had this one massive problem. His mind was completely restless, always wandering off. His favorite line was, I'll study later, because he kind of thought his natural intelligence was this safety net that would always be there to catch him. Well, that safety net finally broke. The results for a huge scholarship exam came out, and Ryan's stomach just dropped. He'd failed. Meanwhile, his friends who had been studying consistently, they all did great. And in that moment, it hit him. It was this really hard truth. Just being smart isn't enough. Without discipline, all that talent, it really doesn't get you anywhere. So that failure was Ryan's wake-up call. He knew he had to change, and he decided to go find Coach Miller. Now, Coach Miller wasn't some academic tutor. He was actually the PE teacher, but he was famous around school for something completely different, his amazing ability to teach students real focus and self-control. So Ryan goes and spills his guts, telling him all his frustrations. And Coach Miller doesn't give him a big lecture about study habits. Instead, he just kind of smiles and says, "Come with me." And he leads Ryan outside to the school playground for a lesson that had absolutely nothing to do with textbooks. The coach hands Ryan a bow and arrow. Simple task, hit the center of the target. Ryan takes aim, and whoosh, the arrow misses everything. Not even close. But the coach doesn't get mad. He just asks a really simple question. What were you looking at? Ryan admits he was looking at everything but the target. The trees, the fields, the whole board. And that's when it all clicked. The coach just looked at him and said, "A good athlete only looks at the target. Nothing else matters." Okay, so Ryan got the metaphor, but he needed a game plan, right? That's when Coach Miller laid out 4 simple but powerful rules. First, control your thoughts. When your mind wanders off, you just gently bring it back. Second, make a routine. You got to train your brain to know when it's time to focus. Third, and this is a big one, keep distractions away. That means the phone goes away, period. And fourth, maybe the most important rule of all, practice every single day. This isn't a one-time thing. It's about consistent training, like building a muscle. And Ryan actually did it. He put these rules into action right away. He made a strict schedule, he turned off his phone when it was study time, and every single time he felt his focus slipping, he just reminded himself of his goal. My goal is to become a doctor. Now look, it was not easy at first. It was a real struggle. But slowly, patiently, he kept at it, building that mental muscle until he could actually study for hours, completely locked in. A few months go by and another huge exam comes up. This time, the result couldn't have been more different. Ryan didn't just pass. He came in first place. And this wasn't luck. It wasn't some magic trick. It was the direct result of that new discipline and focus he had worked so hard to build.
Ryan's story is it's such a great example of what's possible, right? But it's way more than just a story. It's a blueprint. It's a blueprint for any of us who want to tame our own wild mind. So, let's talk about how you can start using this blueprint in your own life, like today.
All right, here are your first steps. It's super simple. Step 1, just like Ryan with the bow, you have to choose your target. What's the one thing that really needs your focus right now? Step 2, schedule it. Block out just 1 hour. That's it, 1 hour today for distraction-free work. Step 3, eliminate one distraction. The biggest one. For most of us, that's our phone. For that 1 hour, just put it in another room. Out of sight, out of mind. And finally, step 4, let's do a quick training exercise. This is the core of the whole thing. I want you to try this for just 60 seconds. Close your eyes and just focus on the feeling of your breath going in and out. Now, here's the key. Your mind is going to wander. That's not a failure. That's just what minds do. The real training, the real exercise is in noticing that it's wandered and then gently, with no judgment, just bringing your attention back to your breath. Every time you do that, you've just done 1 rep in your mental workout. That's the whole game. And this all brings us right back to Coach Miller's amazing advice, which just perfectly sums it all up. Your mind is like that wild horse. If you don't control it, it's going to drag you all over the place. But if you train it, if you're patient with it, it will take you anywhere you want to go. It becomes your greatest strength. So, really, the only question left to ask is this. Once you've trained your mind, once you've learned how to aim it like that arrow at a target, what incredible destination are you going to choose for it?